So here are independent practice problems for week 5. So you'll notice that we are working on adding mixed numbers. So remember, when we have mixed numbers, we add the fractions first, and then our whole numbers, and we see if there's any regrouping or simplifying we have to do. So we always start with the smallest place value when we add. That's the same with fractions. So when we add fractions, we add the numerators together. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and the denominators stay the same. Then we add our whole numbers, 2 plus 3, or 2 plus 1 is 3. And now we look and we see, can 6/5 be broken up anyways? Well, yeah, there's a whole hidden there. 5/5 plus 1/5. So I have one whole hidden here. So that's one whole plus 3, because I had 3 wholes for my whole numbers. So 3 plus 1 is 4 wholes with 1/5 left over. Okay, same thing down here. Before I even start adding, though, I notice this 10/10, that's the exact same thing as one whole. So I'm just going to simplify that now and just say that's one whole. Okay, I add my fractions first, and then I add my numerators with my fractions. So 9 plus 7 is 16 over 10. And then I have one number, two numbers, three numbers that are my wholes. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. And now can I simplify this? Yeah, I can. Remember, 16/10, that's the same as 10/10 plus 6/10. So I can take out one whole here. So I have 8 wholes, and I'm getting one more whole. So that's 9 wholes and 6/10. And then what do I notice? Well, I notice I can divide 6/10 by 2 halves, because they're both even numbers. 6 is even and 10 is even. So that will be 3 over 5. So my final answer is 9 wholes and 3/5. Okay, now to this next one. It's the same thing, only it's subtraction, but there's going to be a little bit of a different problem here. I'm going to rewrite it so I can stack them. What's my problem? I can't do 3 minus 5. I only have 3 things, and I can't take away 5. So I have to regroup. So this will become 11, and I have one whole that I've taken away, and one whole is the same as 8/8. So I already have 3 wholes from right here, and I'm adding 3/8, or I'm adding 8/8, that regrouping. So what is that? That's 11. So now I have 11 minus 5, which is 6/8. And then I have 11 minus 9 for the wholes, which is 2. I notice these are both even numbers, so I can simplify 6/8 by dividing by 2, since they're both even, so that's going to be 3/4. So 2 and 6/8 is the same as 2 and 3/4. Hey, now on to this next one. Again, I'm going to regroup and stack it. And I'm just going to change my color for this one. So I have 2 and 3/4, and I need to regroup. I can't do 1 minus 3, so I have to regroup. So I'm taking one whole away from 3. I have 4/4 equals a whole, and I already have this 1/4 here. So what would that be? 4/4 plus 1/4, that is 5/4. So now I have 5/4 minus 3/4. 5 minus 3 is 2 over 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. And I know 2/4 is the exact same as a half. Okay, my last one. This is the same as one whole. 4/4 is the same as one whole. So here I have 2 and 3/4 minus 1 and 0/4. I can write that 0/4 because that's the same as 0. I don't have any fractions over here, so I'm just putting 0/4 because it's the same. I have 3 minus 0 is 3 over 4. 2 minus 1 is 1, and there is no simplifying for this one. All right, that's it for your